We are back. Welcome back to Marketplace, and we have a special guest here today. Her name is Megan Samuel Field, and she is a part of a consulting group of an e-learning consultancy who's on a mission to give small business a bigger voice. All right, by providing education and training to help improve their financial literacy and financial well-being. Welcome, Megan.
Thank you, Shamik. I'm glad to be here. Good morning to everyone.
And she's gonna give us, she's gonna take it nice and easy. Remember, Tina Turner say we're gonna take it nice and easy.
Okay.
And she's gonna give small business a tips, on when they're starting, as well as she's gonna be talking about Likkle gift ideas.
That's it.
Not little, Likkle. Likkle gift ideas. So take it away, Mrs. Fields.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. As Shamik said, my name is Megan Samuel Fields, and we really do want to give small businesses a bigger voice at Samuel Fields Consulting Group. That's the name of our business. We believe in democratizing financial literacy. It should be something that all small businesses become aware of and embrace. And so what I want to speak about today in particular is a new initiative that we have started at Samuel Fields Consulting Group, and it's called 20 Likkle Gift Ideas. Now, for those of you who know about Samuel Fields Consulting Group, and we call ourselves SFCG, the word likkle is part of our vocabulary. And we believe that little by little, we can get to wherever we need to get to. And so I hope that small businesses, they all have a dream to be better, be bigger. And it's not going to happen overnight, but we believe little by little, little steps will get you there.
Likkle full basket.
Absolutely. That's what our grandparents said.
Yes.
And it's so true. And so what we thought about for the end of the year, we recognize that 2020 as well as 2021 have been really difficult for everyone, but in particular for the small businesses. No one could have anticipated what happened with COVID and how it affected us on so many levels. But for the businesses, it affected them a lot. They had to be shut down, and there was not much movement in the economy. And so we recognize that our country is now getting to the point where we're going to be reopening. And so we thought, what can we do to help these small and micro businesses? How can we get them to display more of their products? And so we came up with the idea that we will have this initiative where we call it 20 Likkle Gift Ideas. We want the small and micro businesses to register for this initiative. And what will happen is that we will showcase, we're going to get more than 20 persons registering, but we're going to have to select 20, and we will showcase one business every day from the 3rd of December to the 22nd of December. And so what we will also do is encourage the consumers to shop local. We know that because of COVID and all the other issues surrounding it, there have been difficulties in getting things shipped to Antigua. And so instead of trying to buy that special gift from overseas, we're saying, how about looking at what we have locally? How about getting that unique pair of earrings? How about getting that special gift from a small business in Antigua? That way, we all help the economy, because really the backbone of our economy are our small businesses. So we saw this as a great opportunity to give back, an opportunity for the small businesses to have a bigger voice. And what we're also going to do, because we recognize that small businesses need help, and so we're offering a webinar. We have done several webinars in the past, and we also have a weekly show called Likkle Bit Ideas. And so what we're going to do is we're having on the 3rd of December at 5 p.m., we're having a webinar. We call it a masterclass. And at that webinar, we will, and it's called The Gift of Knowledge, Key Finance and Marketing Tools that Small Businesses Need This Christmas. So we are trying to see how we can get small businesses, micro businesses ready for the Christmas season. And the topics will include how to form partnerships to address the global supply chain issues. That's a big thing. Ways to tap into microfinancing to bolster your business, 5 money musts to strengthen your business, and how to develop an effective social media campaign and build a powerful online presence and community, because it's all about online. If it's one thing that I personally have learned with COVID, online is a must.
It must be virtual.
Absolutely. And so we are going to be offering that webinar. It's free. You just need to register for it. You can go to our website, samuelfieldsconsulting.com, and our events and education page will have all the information where you register for the webinar and also register as a small business so that you can be a part of our initiative. What you'll be required to do, you will have to download certain pictures of your products. You'd have to do a small video, but it's all there. All the information is right there on our website. And so we encourage you, small and micro businesses, to take advantage of this great opportunity. And we also encourage Antiguans and Barbudans to look inwardly, look at our local small and micro businesses, and let us support our own. So that's what we are doing in the short term. And so for today, again, one of the things we do, we try as much as possible to get education, get information out to the small businesses, because we know that they need help.
All right. So one thing I wanted to add, I know small businesses, for one, persons who just start up selling cupcakes. Let me just say yes. And they have not had the time to register their business as a business. Would they be able to sign up for this just to get the knowledge base of what you'll be offering?
Oh, absolutely.
So they don't necessarily have to be a registered business, but once it's something that they're doing. If you haven't yet registered, you probably don't have an online presence, I'm assuming. But all existing and new or up and coming businesses can register, because the webinar is going to be very, very interactive and very informative. Yes.
So it could help the small businesses, the ones who are about to take off.
Blossom.
Yes, to help them get things going.
All right. All right, so continue.
Good.
I'm here. I have my notepad here.
All right, so I just want to spend a few moments talking about starting your own business. And I can tell you, because I've started my own business, it's a great idea. And it's something I really would encourage everyone. If they want to, they should. But don't go into it blindly, because it takes a lot out of you, and it calls for a certain amount of discipline. And so the first thing I would recommend is, if you want to start your own business, get a journal. And when I say get a journal, I'm not necessarily speaking about getting a fancy spiral-bound journal. I personally like those, but it doesn't have to be that fancy. But it's to write down your plans, because lots of times we have things in our head and our mind fools us on either side, meaning we have it in our head and we think, oh my gosh, this is too much. I can't do it. And then nothing happens. On the other hand, it's in our head and it sounds so grandiose. It sounds exciting, like this is it. And you want to go running, but there are lots of holes in it. But your mind tells you, oh, it's great. So the first thing I would recommend, if you want to start your own business, you write down all your plans. Because lots of times seeing it on paper puts it in perspective. It might then cause you to ask, okay, it sounds good, but how about this? How about my marketing? How about the accounting? So take it out of your head and write it down. That's the first thing. The second thing I would encourage you to be is just be adventurous. You know, when I look back on like my childhood and the opportunities that our parents presented to us, they wanted us to be teacher, lawyer, accountant, doctor, and that was kind of it. But be adventurous. There's so many things
think
that we can
outside of
do.
the box.
Think outside of the box. Be adventurous. You might have that grand idea that could make a difference in our lives. So don't knock down your ideas. Explore them, and as you say, Shamik, think outside the box. Then you gotta set a budget. I'm a finance person, and in every time I speak, it all comes back to budgeting because you need to know whether or not what you plan to do, whether you have the money to do it. And so a budget is very important. Again, you can go fancy, there are apps and all of that, or you can just have the pen and paper. But again, take it out of your head and have it documented somewhere. And within a budget, what you need to have is what's my expected inflow, meaning how much money am I going to make, bearing in mind there are certain taxes that might be associated with the money that you make, so you may not necessarily get in your hands the full amount. So you take all that into consideration, and then you document all your expenses. And as an accountant, we try to be conservative. And in being conservative, if you're not sure exactly what that amount is going to be, you're going to put it higher than or err on being higher than on being lower. That way, you're taking into consideration the worst case scenario. So if the worst case scenario doesn't happen, then you're in a good position. So prepare a budget. It's not very difficult, but if you need guidance, you find a financial advisor or a company like SFCG, and we can help you to prepare your budget.
Okay, so I've heard that it's in most businesses you only start seeing the profit after 5 years. Is this true? Is this or this is a myth? Or?
That might be a generality. It's probably a rule of thumb in general, but a lot depends on the type of business that you go into. It depends on how much competition you have. It depends on there are certain businesses, the turnover is very high, and so you can make a profit very easily, while others aren't. So I would say that's a general rule of thumb, but it's not set in stone.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Hear that? The professional speaks.
The other thing I would say is build your own brand and style. And what that means is I've heard persons say, I'll use me. I'm an attorney at law as well. And people say all the time, there are too many lawyers. There are too many lawyers in Antigua. That might be so, but you as a lawyer or whatever your business is, you can develop your own brand so that you stand out, you're different. So you want to do cakes. Lots of people do cakes, but perhaps your cakes can have a particular style, a particular shape, a particular taste. Maybe you do cakes with fruits. I don't know. But I'm just saying, don't just settle for what someone else has done. See how you can make whatever you're doing different, because the persons who are buying, the consumers, they're going to be looking for something different. They're going to have options. And so, again, if you're talking about somebody who bakes cakes, so I want to buy a cake. I might have 5 different options. So I might be looking for some particular unique thing. So I'm going to be looking at all the cake makers to see which one stands out. So whatever you do, see how you can have your own brand, your own style. so that you stand out from the others.
That's right. And this earlier today, we had Nanny's Antigua and Barbuda fruit cake, and
I heard a bit of it.
her
Sounds
recipe
really
is
interesting.
over 100 years old.
Oh, wow.
And you know, Kyle got very excited about that.
I heard. He had me cracking up. When he was a kid at Kennedy's.
When I was a what? No, please,
No.
people on the ear.
You feel,
No.
oh, sorry, let me
Not
rephrase
the
that.
interview.
Let me rephrase that. You feel like a kid in Kennedy's. That's what I heard.
It was given a reference.
Okay.
I would have been a kid in Hansel and Gretel.
All right, so the other thing is, let's not forget our customers. There are times when we have a grand idea in our head and it is so perfect, but is that what the customer wants? It makes no sense creating a particular product or a particular service if that is not going to satisfy the customer. So you always have to think about your customer. Who is your customer? What would your customer like? Will they be satisfied with what you're offering? So it's not about you, the individual. And a lot of times, because we are passionate about whatever our business is, we create whatever the business is based on what we like, which may or may not be a bad thing. But remember your customer. Who exactly are you focusing on? So that when you present whatever it is your product is, you present it to the customers, they will say, aha, this is what I was looking for. I'm satisfied. And overall, you need to know your audience. Again, it's your customers, but not just your customers now. You are going to be advertising. You will have your staff. You are going to be dealing with your suppliers. You need to know everybody that you're dealing with and understand how things interact, how the different groups interact, and how you as the business owner need to keep everybody, I don't want to necessarily say happy, but satisfied and know exactly what they're to do. So you need to be aware.
So, for instance, whatever business it is, you're going to find the right media. So if you decide, okay, I'm going to come to Observer because I know it's a more mature crowd, it's a wide listenership, or I'm going to go to Hits FM, which is an entertainment. We have the younger, between 18 to 35, you know, around there. So you have to know your target market and what, or you're going to do your WhatsApp or your Facebook or Instagram.
Exactly.
That's right. Okay.
Yep.
So I got you. I hope you guys are listening and taking these notes. I have my notepad. Kyle has his. And so I'm going to allow Megan to continue.
Sure. So the other thing I would say is remain professional, but affable, meaning approachable, available, but you have to be professional. And professional doesn't mean you have to be all dressed up in a shirt and tie and being all stiff.
That's right. Kyle, come and tell me this morning, you didn't have to wear that shirt. I said, but Kyle, I'm going to be on Facebook.
Pretty.
And I have on jeans.
I wasn't saying that.
I dressed it
radio
down, right,
listeners
Miss
cannot
Fields?
see that,
Absolutely,
but,
looks
I wasn't
good.
saying
All
anything
right.
about that. I was just saying, just free up.
Mrs. Fields, I'm wearing a jeans. What
You
more
look
he
good.
wants?
You look
Thank
good.
you.
And you look good too.
Thank you.
I like that shirt.
Thank you very much.
I wear this every Saturday. This is my Saturday shirt.
Okay.
If you see anybody with a billiard ball shirt walking around the place, it's me.
It's Kyle. Okay, I'll remember that. But being professional, I find a lot of people think it's about the outer, what you wear, your stoic face. And I'm not necessarily going to say that's good or bad because it all depends on the type of business you're in. But for me, when it says remain professional, it's in your behavior. So you can't want to be offering a particular type of service, but at the same time you're caught in a brawl in the heart of St. John's, or doing something that could sully your name. So you need to remain professional. I know when we were growing up, our parents used to say to us to be careful because you don't know who's watching you. And that is so true when you have a business. So from the time you have a business and you put your products out there, you don't know who's watching you. And you might do something unrelated to your business. Someone sees and says, not me. Me not go for she place again because me see she and the way she behave, I don't like that. So remember, it's professional more in your behavior than in your attire.
That's right.
And then the last tip I want to leave with the persons who want to start your business, you're going to fail. I'm telling you now. But guess what? Learn from your failure. There are lots of times when we're not going to get it right. It's just like a baby. Imagine if that baby, when he or she makes that first step and the baby falls and he doesn't get up again because I can't walk. Doesn't happen. The baby gets up. And then after a while, you even forget that the baby couldn't walk because the baby's all over the place running. But he learned from every time he fell. He got up and tried again. And so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yes, you are going to have some failures, but it's what you do with those failures. So I can't remember who it is. I was reading a book and it says fail forward. And what it means is as you fail, use that to move forward. So you're not going to get it right the first time, maybe not the second, maybe not the third, but you know what? You will get it right. So you just need to, whenever there's a failure, look at it as a learning experience. Okay, it didn't come out right. I tried this particular cake, didn't quite come out right. All right, let me go back to the drawing board and try again. So don't get too despondent if you fail. In fact, embrace it because it means you've tried one thing that you know won't work. You try something else.
That's right.
So these are your tips for today. Starting your own business.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. And if you need any more information, we're always available. We love helping small businesses. And so you can contact us. We have a website page, samuelfieldsconsulting.com, or you can send us an email, info@samuelfieldsconsulting.com, or you can call us, 464-0841.
'Tis the season to be jolly.
I'm not going to join you in that singing.
Just give me a la la la. La 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 la. And Megan didn't come empty handed. And if you want to see what's going on in the studio, you have to visit Observer Media on Facebook as a Screw Pine Products.
Yes, that's my mom's products.
Her mom's products. And I have some Jamon wine. Jamon wine. Sugar raisin
I was
tea.
wondering.
Jam.
That sounded very suggestive. Jam and wine. Carnival time.
Hey.
We have some golden apple cheesecake. I know everybody is accustomed to
Guava cheese.
But this is I had this from Stacy and it was really good. Kind of tastes like tamarind and or teas. I know my grandma Kyle from menu. Don't worry. I'm not
worried about anything. I already know how you already plan.
Tell us the story behind this, because behind every small business, there is a story. And what I learned yesterday, I used to say, a lot of small business, their things are more expensive. But Doreen did open my eyes to something different. And she says a lot of times, the value of the product is not in the price. It's the work that is put into, getting these products done, the love and the time that you spend. You can't pay somebody for their time. Everybody time is golden. And so I just wanted to give us the story behind this.
Okay.
And then
we
wrap it up.
So we always come bearing gifts or doing something fun. That's our signature at SFCG. And so my mom, phenomenal woman, really phenomenal woman. She blows me away. She has her own small business, and my mom is in her 80s. And for as long as I've known my mom, which is all my life, Mommy has always been trying something new, doing something. She's very good with her hands. And so a number of years ago, she got into wine making and soap making and teas and all of that. And she has just amazed me. So she'll be one of the small businesses that has already registered. I think she has. And so she provides boxes, A and B box. In fact, she advertised in the Observer magazine.
Oh, yes, she
Right.
did.
And so she has various boxes. There's a tea box, there's a spice box, there's a wine box, a pamper box. And they consist of her products, her teas, and everything is local. So what she does is she has a garden, and she gets things from her garden, and she has friends all over Antigua. So whenever their fruits are in season, she would go, they would call her, she would go and get the fruits. Talking about failing, she had tried many times to make things like the soaps and all of that. Didn't quite come out right, but my mom, failure is not in her vocabulary, so she tried, and now she has a wide range of soaps, and her soaps they use local products. So there's oat and honey, neem. What are the other soaps? I can't remember the others.
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
That's a popular one.
And charcoal, which is a bestseller. My boys, they love the charcoal soap. So she does that.
And your skin looks great, so I know you're using her products.
I am. Thank you.
Which one, though?
The charcoal soap.
Okay, well, I'm going to get a
sure.
charcoal. Kyle can get a charcoal for you, too.
She has a lemongrass soap, which is really nice as well. And there's a lemongrass tea. Oh, my gosh. Lemongrass and ginger. I'm not sure what she said to this time, but that's my favorite.
All right.
So, because I knew I was coming here, I said, let me get a gift so I can give Shamik and Kyle.
Thank
so
you.
These are gifts
it's
from
Screw Pine, and it's
Yes.
Antigua local.
Local
And
all
you
the
can
way.
call her at 461-1865 or 786-1865. Megan, thank you so much. And
Thank you too.
all of the listeners, I'm sure they would appreciate the tools that you have provided for them this morning to start their business, get their ideas
Absolutely.
out. And we hope to see you again, next week.
Yes, because I want to do this on a weekly basis, at least for the month of December.
Series, definitely. Thank you so
Great.
much.
All
Well,
right,
you're
thank
always
you.
welcome here on the marketplace.
Thank you, Kyle.
All right.
Take care.